last year, you and Floyd Mayweather had a handshake deal on working together at some point in the future. Floyd had some stuff going on in his personal life and took some time away from promoting events and putting events together. But now it seems like he's trying to get back into it again and might want to is teasing exhibition fights at some point in the next year. Do you think that there's a possibility that you guys actually work together and put on an event together again, or are you guys just kind of moving past that now?
No, no. Floyd and I, still have dialogue and go back and forth, and we're still interested on both sides.
So possible.
Yeah, very possible.
Is that
What's good, YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy Real Talk Boxing back at you again. So Floyd Mayweather and Dana White shook hands in an agreement to do something, to work with each other in the near future, sometime next year. Now, here's my opinion on that. Now, I know a lot of people will say it's going to be some type of freak show, sideshow. It's going to have to be something exhibition, which I agree with and I totally understand. But anything not run of the mill, anything outside the box, I'm all with it. I'm all with it. I say do it. And here's why I say do it. Now, when Floyd fought McGregor, it was huge. And it was something that I didn't think would happen. I was like, no way this fight is going to be made. No way. And guess what? It happened. And it made a lot of money. And both fighters made a lot of money. Conor McGregor, not so much as Mayweather, but what do you expect? But I believe that Conor McGregor got his biggest payday in his fight career ever. So, but as we all know, Conor's retired right now. So, So the first thing that came to mind when Dana White confirmed that him and Mayweather had talked about this was Khabib. People would love to see Khabib in the boxing ring with Mayweather. Because rest assured, it's not going to be in the octagon. You better believe that. Mayweather can still make millions of dollars and not fight top opposition in boxing, which would be a wrong thing to do because he's older now. He should stay away from boxing. Boxers, anybody in the top 3, top 5 right now stands a chance of beating Floyd. And I say that because Floyd's getting older. You have fighters like Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford in his weight class. You have, who else do we have? Oh, crap. I mean, those two for an example. I wouldn't go as far to say Sean Porter, but Sean Porter might dig him out. Sean Porter might, out-hustle Floyd. I mean, Floyd's past his prime now. And Floyd wants to keep his record unblemished. So, staying away from elite boxers is a smart thing to do. But should he fight another exhibition fight with a UFC fighter or an MMA fighter, the win should not go on his record. It shouldn't. So, there's a lot of us out there that don't think this will make much sense. But you would have fans on both sides of the fence. Boxing fans and UFC fans tune in to watch a fight against Floyd Mayweather and Khabib or whoever else that Floyd Mayweather wanted to challenge, because he has an arsenal of UFC fighters to choose from. And not only that, they should make the entire card boxers versus MMA fighters. I think that would be a smart, strategic thing to do. I'm telling you, fans on both sides of the fence would tune in. No matter how much crap people talk about it, it would generate a lot of money and a lot of attention. And I would even go to say put Anderson Silva in with Roy Jones, because some of you may or may not know, they tried to fight years ago. But Dana White told Silva, you're not going anywhere. You're not fighting Roy Jones. Because at the time, Anderson Silva was he was huge. He was on top of his game. You know, he was the elite pound for pound fighter at the time. Roy Jones wanted a piece of him, and he agreed to fighting Roy Jones in a boxing ring. But Dana White wasn't having it. He was not having it. So put that fight on the undercard, as well as many other fights on the undercard. Boxing versus UFC. I mean, you can't go wrong. You're going to generate money from both ends. But it's good to hear that Dana White says that him and Floyd have made some type of agreement to work in the near future. And as we all know, it's going to be on Floyd's time. Floyd Mayweather is arguably one of the best fighters pound for pound. I don't think so. I think he's the smartest fighter pound for pound. I think he's the best defensive fighter pound for pound. But there's a handful of other fighters out there that I think that were better than Floyd and that fought every champion that came their way. You know, because some fighters, let's just face it, once they get to a certain level, they pick and choose because they're the A side. And ain't no hating that. You know, if you want to keep, you know, your record unblemished and still face some decent opposition, then do so. You generate money that way, you know. I mean, I think when Floyd fought Canelo, I thought that was the biggest risk that he took. Because any other fights, I didn't see him being in much danger, you know. But when he fought Maidana, that was a closer fight, the first fight, than some people may think. I didn't think that fight was going to be dangerous for Floyd at all. But Maidana was on his butt, you know, and he actually rematched him. And you know, the fight wasn't that intriguing to me in the rematch as the first one was. But, you know, he's a very smart guy, very strategic, and he's a businessman. He knows how to generate money. So why not face someone who's not that good at stand-up and get paid millions to do it? That's my opinion on this. TMZ is the interview that I saw of Dana White, so go check it out. What's your opinion on it? Does it make sense? If it doesn't, does it generate money? Because if it generates money, we all know if it makes money, it makes sense. So I say let's do it, because I'm an outside-the-box type guy. As always, respect all. Fear none. God bless. Until the next time, Real Talk Boxing. Peace. We out.